So I have a slight exhaust manifold gasket leak. Let us explore it. So you can see the dark sootiness. That's where it's leaking. Could be leaking in other spots too, I don't really know, but I'm pretty sure it's just that. And hopefully the new gasket will fix that. It looks like previous owner either replaced the gasket or tried to, and either snapped the bolt or didn't put one back in. Looks like he just didn't put one back in. That would be good for me if that's true. They're 13mm bolts. They should only be in there at like 18 foot-pounds. But you get a lot of stories of these breaking on people, but it seems like these are going to come out pretty easily. Yep, the previous owner snapped the old bolt clean off in there. And on the front one, they did actually snap it. When I first got this van, this was sealed fine and it wasn't making any noise. And all they had was one of these metal gaskets in here. But I got these gaskets, so hopefully they will make the seal. Okay, moment of truth. Let's see if it still ticks. It's worse. So what I'm going to do, and I'm sure a lot of people are going to hate this, but I did some reading and a lot of people just double up the gaskets. It's not like I can just drill out those broken bolts or whatever. I could probably get that front one out with some vice grips, but whatever, I'm just going to try to double up the gaskets. Of course, if you have the ability and equipment to weld, you can just weld a nut onto the end of the stud and turn out the studs that way. Somebody who has that ability is likely not watching this video. So the double gasket did not fix the issue, but it did improve the issue. So I went and got some ultra copper gasket maker that is for exhaust manifolds and other high temperature applications. And that did fix the problem, at least for now. I've been driving around, it's been holding up. Pretty messy, but I put enough on the gaskets that there was enough sealant left on the gaskets by the time I got them into there. After you apply it and attach your parts together, you need to hand tighten the bolts or nuts. Let it cure for 1 hour before torquing. Then let it cure for 24 hours before using whatever you're using it on. If all else fails, there's one more solution. You can get these exhaust manifold clamps, and there's a few different brands that make them. I'll have links in the description to them. But what they do is use existing bolt holes that are in these General Motors heads, and you can see one right there. There's some on the side of the head, and my van has these two right here. And the clamps bolt into those holes, and you have another bolt on the clamp which will tighten up against this and like press it against the head and make a good seal. So those are pretty cool. If all else fails, you can get one of those. They're like 30 bucks. So when you torque these bolts on this particular engine, this is a 2004 Chevy 6.0 liter gas engine. You should do your first pass at 11 foot-pounds and then another pass at 18 foot-pounds. Start in the middle with the middle two bolts and work your way outwards. When you get to the last one, you need to go back and check them and keep going and going and going until they all stop at 20 foot-pounds. Because once you tighten those outer ones, the inner ones are going to be loose again. You just got to keep going until they all hit 20 foot-pounds, and that will ensure you've got a proper torque.